and thank you for joining me. Many cultures and belief systems around the world believe that returning to our home in the heavens is the true meaning of life. How do we get there? Through spiritual refinement, by following a set of guiding principles and achieving spiritual perfection. In this series, we follow Falun Dafa, also known as Falun Gong, and their guiding set of principles, which are Zhen, Shan, Ren, or truthfulness, compassion, forbearance. Today's article is by Qui Yutang, and it is titled Master Arriving on a Dragon. May 13th is World Falun Dafa Day, as well as the birthday of Master Li Hongzhi, the founder of Falun Dafa. It also marks the 29th anniversary of Falun Dafa's introduction to the world in 1992. To celebrate the special occasion, Falun Dafa practitioners in Taiwan had a large-scale character formation event at Liberty Square in Taipei on May 1st, which happened to be a nice day with a clear sky. Over 5,200 practitioners sat in place for the character formation. A rare multicolored solar halo appeared in the sky. Many practitioners on site saw remarkable scenes at that moment. Through my celestial eye, I saw Master Li arriving on a multicolored golden rosette above a multicolored dragon, surrounded by many divine beings. I tried to draw it out. A magnificent scene. This scene appeared when all the practitioners were in place and the solar halo came out. Master was riding on a golden dragon, which had glittering, multicolored scales that were beautiful like shells. Master was above the dragon's head, and under him were layers of multicolored golden lotus flowers. Each layer rotated either clockwise or counterclockwise. It was much more vivid than even 3D animations. Limited by space on paper, I only drew several layers of golden lotus flowers. Through my celestial eye, I saw many more dense layers. Although I used a large canvas, I still could not fit all the layers because it was too dense to show on paper. Behind Master were several circles. 2 of them were behind Master's head, and they differed in size and color, one silver and one multicolored. Behind Master was also a very large circle, inside which were ring after ring of lotus flower patterns in many layers with the color of rose gold. The edges of the patterns had the color of light, shiny gold. Going out from the patterns were little angels and little golden cherubs, also inside the large circle. Some were blowing horns, some playing or holding banners, and some were holding books. All of them were very lovely. Some angels and cherubs were spreading silver-orange petals from the sky. The petals landed on practitioners one after another, resulting in strong microcosmic energy waves. Some practitioners who happened to be going through sickness karma or lacked righteous thoughts had strong reactions when the petals landed on their bodies. Some felt like being struck by wave after wave of water, while others felt dizzy, but all of these were in fact a good thing. Going out further beyond the large circle were circle after circle of expanding radiant characters of Zhen, Shan, Ren, truthfulness, compassion, forbearance. These circles radiated gradients of a 7-color spectrum. The sight of this scene reminded me of the profoundness of Falun Dafa, which made my eyes wet and my heart filled with gratitude towards Master. I almost cried out of joy, but I was able to hold back my tears and hide it from other practitioners because of my cap. After I returned home, a veteran practitioner left me a message. He asked if I could share what I had seen or try to draw the sacred scene. He said all these came from Dafa and Master, and sharing it could help us encourage each other. I knew this was an opportunity for me from compassionate master to validate the far. A process of improving myself. Before drawing this sacred scene, I told the practitioner that I was usually slow to draw. Although I am an interior designer, I have never received formal fine art training. I warned him that I might not be able to handle proportions well and would need extra time. The practitioner said it was fine. The process of drawing was also a process of improving my xinqing. Xinqing here is a Chinese word which means heart or mind nature. From drafting a sketch to doing rounds of revision, I drew lines, erased them, and drew them again. It was like a process of eliminating bad thoughts and other attachments in my mind. I had to make corrections again and again. Although drawing the scene took only a few days, it felt like several years. Outside of work, I spent all my spare time in the past few days drawing this image. When stuck somewhere, I would calm down and study Zhuan Fa Lun, Hong Ying, or essentials for further advancement. When I meditated on the second day, my surroundings suddenly brightened up. I saw Master looking at me with a smile, but he did not say anything. I said, "Master, I am not sure if I am talented enough to draw you, and I am afraid you may not look so nice in my picture." Master still smiled at me without a word. Then some other divine beings who appeared on the day of the character formation also appeared. They also smiled and did not say anything. It was already early when I was done with the meditation, so I continued drawing with a pencil. It was fine, as if the fear had been removed and I felt more confident. When writing the words Jin, Shan, Ren in the morning, I found that I could not write Shan and Ren well. Then I became impatient. Normally my bad temper would have flared up, but I realized the impatience was not me, so I sent forth righteous thoughts to eliminate it. My mind calmed down so I could continue drawing. When drawing the circles, I found it very challenging and even thought about giving up. The main reason was that I could not draw a good circle with a pen. I kept thinking if there were any alternative ways, such as using a compass to draw a perfect circle. But then I realized that would be like seeking a shortcut. How could there be shortcuts in cultivation? Completing the drawing. In the end, I was able to draw the circles one by one with a needle pen. In this process, some parts were off track, some lines were too thick, and some lines were broken. Through this process, I was also enlightened to a principle. During our cultivation journey, all Xinqing tests are aimed at helping us improve. Sometimes we go off track due to human notions such as combativeness. Sometimes we go up halfway through a task. All these situations may look trivial, but they are opportunities to forge our character so we can reach consummation. I know all these are part of our cultivation journey. I also saved my last sketch to remind myself to always remain calm, gentle, and compassionate as a Dharma practitioner. The theme of this drawing is Master arrives on a dragon. The sun displays multicolored auspices, golden lotuses blossom, and Buddha light appears. When drawing Master's image, I saw several circles of Srivatsa symbols surface in front of his chest. I debated whether I should include them in the drawing. In the end, I decided against it. Srivatsa is a symbol of the Buddhist school, and Master is beyond that. That is why I did not include the Srivatsa symbols. I kept Master's golden, Kesaya, and multicolored light. Among the divine beings around Master, there were several I skipped in the final drawing. It was difficult to fit them in. They discussed among themselves and revealed to me during my meditation who to include in the picture. I have practiced Falun Dafa for nearly 10 years, and this was the most magnificent scene I had seen. It was shown to 5,200 practitioners along with passers-by at the event in Taiwan. I think this shows compassion and encouragement from the Creator. What an incredible vision, and thank you to you for sharing that with us all. I hope you enjoyed this episode and will join us next time on the journey home.